but let's stick with that for now. How can this be done? How can love be nurtured and grown? Contemplate and notice the virtues of the other. Note down daily more and more virtues that you notice in the other. Write down their positive actions, devotions, etc. The action of list making is intended to have the other's positive virtues get settled and imprinted in your mind. We're essentially trying to program ourselves to instantly pull up the zip file of the positive traits of the person. And we can better pull up that zip file if we're continuously saving the files within the zip folder, which is the positive traits that we're acknowledging. So writing it down imprints it within our consciousness so we can pull it up and abide by that positive thinking more readily. And because this is so simple in theory to write down the positive traits of others, of course, starting with one's family and then friends and so forth, therefore it's extremely elusive. It's so easy that we don't do it, we run from it. The notion seems attractive in theory, but it's not so simple in practice. There's something about our ego that says, wow, that's so effective, and tries to veer us away from doing such a simple act. As as the Ramchal said in the introduction to Mesilat Yesharim, Path of the Just, the Cheshbon Nefesh, the soul accounting, reflecting on one's day, how one did, and all their actions and devotions, that even the greats of his generation did not do such a thing, because it was such a simple matter that it was kind of left to the curbside. But he said this is a most important, fundamental, foundational matter. But even the greats were ignoring it. Similar point here. We'd be doing ourselves a great service to attempt the list making of the other's virtues. Next, the heart follows the actions. Thus, the better one treats the other and shows generosity, the given result is to love him even more. As Rabbi Twersky Zatzal, who was a great contemporary rabbi and psychiatrist, who dealt plenty with addictions and relationships, so recently passed away in the past couple of years. So he has a very viral, famous short clip online about fish love. And in short, the story goes, as quoted by the Kotzker Rebbe, that a man is fishing, and he gets the fish, and he goes to his rabbi and says, I love fish. The rabbi says to him, you don't love the fish, you love yourself. If you love the fish, why would you take it out of the water, out of its home, kill it, gut it, skin it, cook it, eat it? That's not love. You love yourself. You love the pleasure and the taste the fish gives you. So too much of our expression of love is like this. It's fish love. The love we express to the other is really just what I can get out of it. What benefit does the other give me? We tend to build our relationships off of this notion. What can I get from my spouse? What can I get from my kids? What can I get from my spiritual master, my rabbi? If we can already acknowledge and notice that character, that's already a huge step forward. But he says, in summary to giving that story, Rabbi Twersky Zatzal says, it's not that we give to whom we love. Rather, we love to whom we give, because we give a piece of ourselves to that person, our time, our energy. And we naturally love ourselves. So a piece of me is now in them, so I love them more and more the more I give to them. So we love to those to whom we give. And more. We should thank the Creator each day without end, for He has surrounded us by others, the Zulat. The Baal HaSulam says that Hoda'ah, giving thanks, thankfulness, expands our vessels, meaning we receive goodness. Sometimes we receive things that seem bad, evil. And we should say thank you for that too. We should bless the Creator for the good and the bad, as said in the Masechet of Brachot, in the Gemara. So the more we give thanks, the more we expand the means to receive more abundance. And then we receive that abundance. And then we give thanks for that abundance. Our vessel expands more. And we're able to be given more and more. But what we're talking about here is a regulation of love, a way to actually build these qualities within ourselves, thanking the Creator, as He is the one who is bringing everything into being, surely will assist us in coming closer to that exalted quality. Being thankful of the other, that we've been given our loved ones. Thankful of the fact that the other is here so that we can give to them. Thankful of the fact that we can acknowledge our own thanks of giving to the other and saying thanks on the thanks. It's a point that it says thanks without end because, of course, the thousands upon thousands and thousands of things that we cannot count, being every breath and beat of our heart that we can give thanks for, but also our relationships and being thankful for the thanks itself. There's always a means to expand our vessels and to connect our consciousness with the Creator. When noticing flaws, it is said that, quote, the Creator judges each person favorably. We must look at the positive side and judge favorably, just as one will do for himself. We may find arguments to explain their defects, but must focus only on the good. This is hard work. This is tough. Naturally, we judge and we compare, because our ego receives satisfaction. Even if we're not conscious of it, surely, subconsciously, unconsciously, the judgment we make on another is instantly elevating us because we feel better than them. In truth, as the Baal Shem Tov reveals, but is an ancient spiritual notion as taught by the sages of old, that what we see on the outside is truly within. The Creator is revealing to us what's truly within us. The defects we see in the other is actually within ourselves. The only reason we even see it within them is because our consciousness, our soul, is attempting to fix that portion within us. So it brings us to the condition of noticing it again and again in order that we do the work to deflect the notion of judgment and say, no, I'm not going to judge. This is a godly soul. This is an amazing being. And I'm going to do my best to see the good in that. As the Baal Shem Tov says, there are no bad character traits. There are only character traits used badly. So as bad as we might be noticing defects in another, let alone their character, if we try hard enough, we will find the holy kernel within that character trait, within that expression. Laziness, anger, you name it. There's a holy root to everything. So much so that Rabbi Nachman of Breslov says, in regards to the wicked, that we should do the same. We should focus on the good within everyone, judge everyone favorably. If we can merit to see the good within the wicked and to see their positive traits by way of the cosmic interconnection of all souls, the individual's positive judgment and judging favorably can shift that individual to the side of merit and bring them to higher spiritual conditions and closeness to the greatest version of themselves. He also says that thinking positively of the other provides one a barrier, so to speak, so that one is not negatively affected by the other. In any case, we see the value of judging the other favorably and seeing their positive traits. Because that positive thinking and consciousness, anyways, is drawing light and positivity into the system, into reality, as opposed to the opposite.